Okay, so Don Lemon was arrested last night while he was covering the Grammys in LA. He This is an unbelievable attack on free speech. It is an attack on the press. It is like this is a like if you don't understand the gravity of this is a five-alarm fire. When they start coming for journalists and arresting journalists for doing their job of being the press, then that is like the country's over. Democracy's gone. If you do not have a free press, you do not have a free country. Full stop. And make no fucking mistake. Don Lemon was arrested and prosecuted specifically because he is a black gay man. He sits on a specific intersection that this regime fucking hates, especially because he is a liberal commentator. He was a liberal commentator on CNN. He has been anti-Trump for years, and they have had it like they hate every fucking liberal commentator on fucking CNN. Anybody on fucking MSNBC, like they what's it called now? MS Now, stupid name. Anyways, they always had a bee in their bonnet for these fucking people, and of course they went after Don Lemon first. This is fucking insane. This is a lot way bigger deal than fucking Jimmy fucking Kimmel being threatened by the FCC, like threatened to be canceled from his show. This man was arrested. His civil liberties were infringed upon. Like I this is so fucking insane. If you're not aware of what happened, there was a protest that happened because the protest cause was because activists found out that a pastor, yes, somebody who is supposed to be speaking the word of God, speaking the gospel, he works for ICE. He was seen in a photo with Kristi Noem, I believe, and activists organized a protest. Don Lemon was tipped off that something was happening, that something was being organized. He showed up and documented it. Don Lemon, as part of the press, was there to report a story on what was happening. Without Don Lemon, we wouldn't have even had the video that I saw. And when I saw Don Lemon's why do I keep on saying Don Lemon? When I saw Don's video, like his live stream, I watched a bit of it, and he talked to the pastor who was preaching at the moment. He spoke to the churchgoers. He spoke to some of the protesters. He took like the argument from both sides. It was not. He obviously, yeah, he's a liberal. He has a point of view. He's not a fucking bullshit corporate media, CNN, both sides bullshitter. But he did offer both perspectives and he did humanize the churchgoers. If he wasn't there, I personally would have thought that they all supported the ICE pastor. Some of the people were there coming up to him and saying, hey, just to let you know, like, there's a lot of us who support what you're doing. We just don't want you to interrupt our service. And like it humanized these people to me because I like a lot of us think of evangelical people and a lot of the white Christian movement in America. Uh, it's very easy to vilify them because they're often villains. So his reporting often, like, it actually did help me to realize that like this group of people is not monolithic, even though that pastor is a piece of shit. Anyways, Don Lemon was doing his fucking job, his First Amendment protected right. He was not there to protest, he was there to report on his story. The fact that he was arrested for reporting a story is a huge fucking deal. A huge fucking deal. I cannot stress that enough. What he was charged with was the FACE Act. The FACE Act protects, mainly for the past few decades, it's been used to protect abortion clinics. You cannot impede the entrance of the abortion clinic. You can't block people from getting in. You can be there to protest, but you can't block people from getting in. That was one of the laws passed by, I believe it was Bill Clinton. That law, the FACE Act, was originally enacted for churches. So they used that to charge Don Lemon with. It's bullshit. It's a whole fucking bunch of bullshit. It's absolutely fucking insane. Not to mention, Georgia Fort is a journalist as well. She's a video journalist. She was arrested as well for simply taking video and documenting what was happening. Like, along with, I think there was 2 other people who were arrested as well. It's absolutely fucking insane. And like I said, make no mistake, it is not a coincidence that the people who were arrested for this protest were all members of the Black community. It is not a mistake. It is not a coincidence. It isn't. It is not. It is intentional. When, you can even it's so easily fucking proven to be fucking true. They tried to charge Don Lemon, a Black man, with the Ku Klux Klan Act on Martin Luther King Day. If you if you can't see the depravity of that, wow, the Ku Klux Klan Act for practicing free speech, your First Amendment right. What the fuck is going on? This is how it is in Russia. This is how it is in North Korea. This is how it was in Nazi Germany. You are there. Multiple judges denied pressing charges on Don Lemon. They had to get a grand jury to indict him. And these fucking charges are bullshit. Multiple judges who actually have a expertise and knowledge of the law. They are the highest officers of the court. They said, no, there's not sufficient evidence of this. You don't have proof. And yet they still appealed it to another judge. They denied it. Then they appealed it to a grand jury. This is fucking insane. Let's get into this fucking article. Don Lemon released without bond over Minnesota protest charge. So he was released earlier today. I think it was a couple hours ago. He was held for, I think, almost 24 hours. 3 others were also arrested on charges that they had violated federal law during the demonstration this month, reviving a case that was rejected last week by a magistrate judge. Exactly. The former CNN anchor Don Lemon and 3 other people arrested on charges that they violated federal law during a protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota, were released on Friday after initial court hearings. The charges against Mr. Lemon, a second journalist, and 2 protesters came on the heels of their indictment by a grand jury in federal district court in Minnesota. So, people with absolutely no knowledge of the law, they indicted Don Lemon. But 2 people who have spent their entire lives, decades, practicing law, they said it wasn't, no, you cannot charge him. But the grand jury, they said that you can charge him. The fuck? This is so stupid. They were charged with a conspiracy to deprive the congregants of the church of their rights and to interfere with religious freedom in a house of worship. Mind you, ICE has no fucking problem, and the Trump administration, the Trump regime has no fucking problem with ICE going into churches, ICE going into fucking schools, ICE going into fucking daycares. Like, hello? I'm sorry. What? Like, their rights were infringed upon? Deprive the congregants of their rights. Are you kidding me? Do you not think that Alex Preddy's rights were infringed upon? Do you not think that Renee Good's rights were infringed upon? What about the hundreds of fucking thousands of people that have been rounded up, kidnapped, abducted, beat the fuck up on the street, pepper sprayed? Like, what are we doing? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You infringe on hundreds of people's rights every single day. You have punished a handful of people now for practicing free speech. No short of Mahmoud Khalil. Like, what are we? Hello? What are we doing? Like, what? You you have no problem with infringing on free speech to protect a what? A Gestapo pastor? The fuck? Like, what are we talking about? Absolutely fucking lunacy. That's what we're fucking talking about. Like, the indictment also named 3 other demonstrators who took part in the action at the city's church on January 18th and were taken into custody a little over a week ago after being charged in an initial criminal complaint. I believe that included one of the women was the White House posted like an AI edited photo of her, like to make it seem like she was like just in distress and like crying and like she was. I saw the original photo. She literally just looks like a boss, just getting arrested. Like it's it's weird. It's not weird. It's just fuck. They're so fuck. Like they're evil. I can't. I don't have any other words. They're evil. They're evil people. The prosecution faced pushback from defense lawyers on First Amendment grounds, given that political protest sits at the center of the indictment and that Mr. Lemon and the other journalist who was charged, Georgia Fort, have said they entered the church to cover a demonstration against the Trump administration's immigration crackdown in the area. Trump regime. Late Friday afternoon, Mr. Lemon appeared in court at a federal building in downtown Los Angeles while wearing a white suit, like still in the clothes from the night before. Lawyers for the government sought a $100,000 bond and asked to restrict Mr. Lemon's travel to Minneapolis to face the charges and to New York where he lives. Jesus Christ. A magistrate judge denied both of those requests. Well, like you went in like there is kind of like you went against multiple judges. Why would a judge then take your like request into account for this bullshit ass charge? Like what do you think? Like hello? Like the lights are on, but ain't nobody fucking shopping, huh? Damn. Damn. Okay. Wow. I want to be clear. This is part of a broader attack on black journalists. This is not just a Don Lemon thing. This is not just Don Lemon, Georgia Fort, and this demonstration. This is a huge attack on not only the press, but like, yes, there has been huge attacks on the press, constant attacks on the press. But if you look at the workforce of journalists, undeniably, the rate at which black journalists are being fired and let go compared to white journalists is just ridiculous. It is fucking egregious. So this is a huge attack on black journalists. They do not want your voices to be heard. Like they do not want black people's voices to be heard. There is no if, ands, or doubt. Like, but like you cannot. It's just how it is, and I wonder fucking why. Because they're the ones who have been screaming from the fucking rooftops for fucking decades now that this is a fascist fucking country. It always has been. Like, if you are perturbed by what happened in Minneapolis, I want you to look up what happened in 1991 in Los Angeles. I want you to search up, I don't know, somebody named Emmett Till. I want you to look up somebody named, I don't know, what's his name? Trayvon Martin. Look him up. Like, Tamir Rice. Look him up. What are we doing? What are we doing? The United States of America has not valued black voices from the beginning of the country. The entire country is built on slavery. You enslaved an entire you enslaved an entire group of people. Treated them like cattle. Then once you started to realize, wow, these human beings actually have feelings and rights, wow, maybe we should stop. Half the country started a civil war because they wanted to continue to own those people. And ever fucking since, you did not prosecute those people and you let them procreate. You let them keep their capital. You let them keep their fucking properties. You let them keep their plantations. And guess what? They came back. And the black community has been warning you for decades, decades and decades that this police force, this government is going to come for you one day. And it's going to smack you upside the face like you didn't even fucking expect it because you still don't value black people's voices. Not to mention, the Latin community has been screaming from the rooftops for 2 decades now about ICE and how poorly they treat people during every single fucking presidency since its inception. By the way, also, at 25 years old, the young age of 25 years old, still have tons of life left to live, right? ICE is younger than I am. So you really have not needed it to uphold the law for 250 fucking years. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's a bullshit fucking organization that was created in the aftermath of 9/11. 9/11 was never a domestic terror threat. So it's all a bunch of bullshit. Not to mention, the United States of America is the biggest terroristic threat in the world. The CIA is the biggest terrorist organization to have ever existed. You go around the world, choosing which countries you like, and the ones that you don't like, you decide that they're not doing democracy the way that you like it. You go in, rape and pillage the country, massacre people, massacre the fucking leadership. If anybody tries to make a good grassroots leftist socialist movement, you always have them killed or overthrow them in some way, sell them out to the separatists or revolutionary. Like you will fund terrorists. You have a strong history of funding terrorists in other countries if you don't like the leader, if you want a revolution to happen. Mind you, the war on terror, look how well that went for you. Anyways, sorry, tangent, but like this ICE needs to end. DHS, ICE was TSA. All of these things were invented post 9/11 because they failed so bad that day. There was no coordination and they fucked up. It was their fucking fault and they're trying to blame it on everybody else. And now that it's all of a sudden it's immigrants' fault. What? Does that make any fucking sense to you? But like I was saying, the Latin community has been screaming from the rooftops for over 2 decades now that ICE has been terrorizing them and their families, treating them like fucking shit in the detainee centers. That people have been progressive leftists have been saying that this is a Gestapo. You can go back and find videos of fucking Hassan Piker from like 6 or 7 years ago saying ICE is the Gestapo. That this is what it is. We've been trying to tell you. Now you're realizing, and you need to acknowledge and look into the reason why you have not listened before now. I understand it's really hard to ignore now, but you need to introspect, or else this shit will happen again. It is not up to evil people to be better. It is up to the rest of us to tell them that they need to fuck off. Like, Martin Luther King said, in this period of social transition, it is not the vitriolic hate of the bad people that is appalling, as is the silence of the good. We are the ones who are supposed to stand up and say something is wrong. We have not. We as a culture, societally, we as white people, for sure, have not listened to our neighbors. We've not listened to our friends. We have not listened to the people around us. We need to reckon with this. It needs to happen in order to get through this. Because what the fuck? I really thought that like when the Black Lives Matter movement like hit a fever pitch in 2020, I really thought that maybe you guys would reckon with something. But it made you shell up and clam up more. You thought you were asked to grow. You felt it was a little bit painful, and you said, no, 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 no. And then you placated to fascists. Fucking Kamala Harris walking around with fucking Liz Cheney. Are you fucking kidding me? Talking about how Kamala is for strong borders. Blah, blah. Exactly. Like, this is not a new problem. We heard horror stories coming out of ICE detention centers for the past 10 years plus, and nobody has done anything about it. Every time there's a Democrat in office, they don't do anything about it. There were so many fucking deportations under Obama, so many fucking deportations under fucking Joe Biden. The lies that the fucking Republicans try to say that, like, oh, they let all the immigrants in. No. ICE was very active under both administrations. They make no fucking mistake. They are not the progressive leftist that Republicans try to make them out to be. If either of those motherfuckers tried to run in Canada, they would be conservative. Your Overton window has shifted so much that you don't understand what the political aisle is even supposed to look like. But those motherfuckers are not leftists. They're barely liberals. Okay, so back to Don Lemon. So once he was released from jail, like, it's insane. Don Lemon was in jail. That's not right. Like, that's like, it's just like, this is not like, Don Lemon is not an activist. Let's be real. Like, Don Lemon is rather lived the fuck up. He isn't like he used to be corporate mainstream media. Like, I commend him for not doing like a right-wing grift after being fired for like a rather like silly reason, honestly. But still, like, this is not like like I don't know. This is not like an Antifa activist like they're trying to paint us out to be. This is Don Lemon, former CNN anchor, in his suit, like all prim and proper. Don Lemon, like it's crazy. It's just so hard. Like, huh? Anyways,
I've spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
go off, Don. Go off, Don. Honestly, like, I am not a Don Lemon fan. Like, I don't have any real issues with Don Lemon. Uh, I mean, we probably don't agree on some issues, but like, I'm not I'm not a viewer. Let's say I'm not like watching him, but from here on out, I will be like, fuck, like, I'll be your biggest fucking supporter. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. It's worse than ridiculous. It's fucking egregious. Like, this is like this is a 5-alarm fucking fire. I cannot stress this enough. Like I said earlier, when the press goes, democracy is gone. There is no no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If they can just willy-nilly arrest journalists for doing their jobs, then what is going to happen to the entire left media apparatus? What like this is how Russia went. This is how Nazi Germany went. This is how North Korea is. They have been trying to demonize the press for years. Fake news is what they call facts now. So this has been a long fucking con. And now they're just going to use that same narrative and any fucking chance they get to punish and infringe upon people's constitutional rights. This is fucking insane. If we don't have the press, then especially some sort of at least left-leaning outlet, like at least MSNBC or whatever the fuck it's called, or at least CNN, like, because I'll remind you, Don Lemon was a former CNN anchor. That's part of the reason that he's being punished as well, because he is fervently anti-Trump, has been for a long time. They used to fucking riff on him on CNN back in the day. This is part of the punishment, is the like liberal media bullshit. Anyways, now they have moved on from not only like demonizing the press in their rhetoric, but they have moved on to arresting the press, infringing upon civil liberties. Like, I don't I don't I don't have the words to stress how big of a deal this is. All right, let's get back to the fucking article. The 14-page indictment described preparations for the protest, nicknamed Operation Pull Up by its organizers, that sounded not unlike those that might precede many demonstrations. It quoted one of the organizers, Nikema Levy Armstrong, as saying that the demonstrators planned to disrupt business as usual and wanted to keep their plans under wraps. As the pastor of the church, who also serves as an David Easterwood, who also serves as an immigration customs and enforcement official, began his sermon. I can't describe how angry it makes me that that man thinks that he is somehow ordained by the Lord to preach his word. I don't understand how he sleeps at night. I don't know how he wakes up in the morning, puts on his fucking jack boots, his SS Gestapo jack boots, goes out to fucking terrorize people in the streets, and then goes to church and pretends like he is a man of faith. How fucking dare you? How dare you? I'm being raised Catholic, and not only Catholic, but by extremely progressive liberal Catholics. I have gotten used to it over the years of people using my faith and using our religious texts and our religious figures as a weapon. I've had to get used to it. They've bastardized our religion, and they've bastardized the name of the man who would be appalled at what they are doing, who is fervently against almost everything that they're doing right now. Like, it's insane. Anyways, I've gotten used to it over the years because the evangelical movement in America is depraved. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's depraved. Not only that, I'm fucking Catholic. I'm not unaware of the scandals that we have gone through. Not gone through, that our priests have perpetrated on our own community members. I'm not unaware of that. I am not. I don't really align with the church apparatus. I'm more of a faith is like a personal thing, but my my Catholicism is important to me. I'm an Irish Catholic person, or I am of Irish Catholic descent. The whole reason I live where I live right now is because of Catholic persecution in Ireland in the 1800s. In like the mid 1800s is when my Irish side of my family got here, and it was during it wasn't a famine. It was this forced starvation of Ireland in the 1800s by England. That's the whole reason that I even exist in this country, and even that's why my family was forced to move here. So I am very attached to my Catholic roots. For me, it is a cultural thing, and that's why I'm able to separate myself from the church apparatus. I don't always align with the Vatican. I'm not like especially I'm not in line with the church apparatus in the states, especially the diocese in the states is depraved. There's no other words. It's depraved. They their nature of protection of predators instead of victims and survivors is fucking disgusting. It's deplorable. I would say I can't even think of anything else like it except for, oh, I don't know, the Trump regime. All that being said, I am used to people demonizing my religion, using it to demonize others, using it, like weaponizing it against others, like bastardizing it in order to like hate people. But this is a step above. I mean, like, seriously though, like this dude is a fucking pastor and he's a fucking Gestapo thug. Are you serious? Like, it's a whole, like, this is another level. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Have you read the Bible, dipshit? Like, hello? It is so fucking frustrating to see these motherfuckers, these fake fucking Christians, come and act like they are so sanctimonious and so godly for being the worst people on the fucking planet. Like, you're going to hell, bitch. The fuck? Anyway, back to the fucking article. Miss Armstrong interrupted him with loud declarations that the time for judgment had come. The indictment said other protesters yelled and blew whistles in what the indictment someone dramatically described as a takeover attack on the church. They just walked into a church and yelled. Are we like are you serious? Are we serious? Are we having a serious conversation right now? Are you fucking kidding me? And they were arrested. A takeover attack. Oh my god. We need, like, can we bring back some seriousness? Like, seriously. At one point, the indictment said the Gestapo pastor and members of the congregation perceived hostile gestures made by the protesters as threats of violence and potential prelude to a mass shooting. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so fucking tired of the pearl clutching. Yeah, because it's leftists doing all the fucking mass shootings in America. Right. I like, mind you, I literally saw Kyle Rittenhouse tweet about how he like saying, "Should I go to Minnesota?" Right, 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 right. Like, I'm so fucking tired of this. They're shooting people in the face, shooting them in the back while they're being assaulted by 10 people, being jumped by Gestapo thugs, pistol whipped. Like, uh, and you're afraid of being shot? Seriously? Uh, It's like, I'm so tired. Like, it's like, this is like also them saying that we are causing danger through our rhetoric, calling them Nazis and the Gestapo and all this shit. We wouldn't be calling you that shit if you weren't doing Nazi stuff. Stop doing Nazi shit, and we'll stop calling you Nazis. Why is that a hard thing to understand? It shouldn't be. But like, you're sitting there clutching your pearls about us calling you a word. Meanwhile, you're shooting people in the face on the street in broad daylight. A record-breaking amount of people died in ICE custody last year in concentration camps. That's what they are. ICE detention centers, my ass. They're concentration camps. At another point, it said that Mr. Lemon Misfort, the two journalists, largely surrounded. What the fuck does that mean? Largely surrounded? They came up to you? Oh, you're deranged. Oh, right. Oh, Like, leave it to a fucking racist Nazi pig to just be a fucking piece of fucking shit. What is wrong with you? Were you scared? Did the black people scare you? Oh my god, their skin has melanin in it. What are we gonna do? Ah! Get a fucking grip, you spineless little pussy. Like, grow some balls, you little bitch. The fuck? Hello? Oh no, the reporter with a camera came up to me. Get a fucking grip, you imbecile. The fuck? They largely surrounded Mr. Easterwood and peppered him with questions. Really? Alex Preddy was peppered with bullets. Renee Good was peppered with bullets. Questions. How did you survive that? My God. I can't believe you got through that. Still here to tell the story. They peppered him with questions, describing the episode as an attempt to oppress and intimidate him. White people are over. We're done. We're done. We're done. No more. We're done. No more white people. None. No more white people. We're good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This jackboot fucking thug thinks that people asking him questions what is an attempt to oppress and intimidate him? He's part of the fucking Gestapo? And he talking about oppress and intimidate? Motherfucker, during the week, you go to work wearing a militia outfit with your AK 47s and fucking terrorize communities. That's one part of it. Second part of it, you racist fucking piece of shit pig. The fuck is wrong with you? Two black people coming up to you and asking you questions is not an attempt to oppress and intimidate you. You little fucking bitch. What? I am so tired of these. Oh my God, they're the black people. Oh my God, they're good. They exist. What are we gonna do? Why are you such a pussy? Why are you such a pussy? Like, seriously, why are you so scared of nothing? There, like, soon enough, you're gonna start shooting at the fucking sky because it's colored. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? This is fucking insane. He asked you questions. You can't even sit there and say that. You can't even sit there and try to say this shit because it was on video. We all watched it, dumb fuck. It was on video. You didn't. You saw the cameras. Like, like, but like, no fucking surprise here though. Like this comes from the fucking top down. Christy Nome does this fucking bullshit for a fucking living. Like, this is all Stephen Miller does. Come out and says the exact opposite of what we all saw with our own fucking eyes because it was on camera in broad daylight. Like, after the incident, the Justice Department drafted a criminal complaint to charge a total of 8 people, including Mr. Lemon. But the federal magistrate judge who reviewed the evidence approved charges against only 3 of the people: Miss Levy Armstrong, Chantil Allen, and William Kelly. He refused to sign arrest warrants for Mr. Lemon and the others, citing insufficient evidence. AKA, there was none. There was no evidence that he violated these laws. You cannot charge him. The Justice Department then petitioned a federal appeals court to force the chief judge in federal district court in Minneapolis to issue the additional warrant, only to be denied. So not one, but 2 judges. One judge, and then also the chief judge in federal district court. That wasn't enough for them. Like, the indictment unsealed on Friday named 4 other defendants: Traherne Jean Cruz, an activist who was a leader in the Black Lives Matter movement, and Jamail Lydell Lundy. 2 other protesters, Jerome D'Angelo Richardson and Ian Davis Austin, were also charged. Abby Lowell, a lawyer for Mr. Lemon, vowed to fight the charges. Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Mr. Lowell said in a statement on Friday morning, Don has been a journalist for 30 years, and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he has always done. Mr. Lowell added, this unprecedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand. Don will fight these charges vigorously and thoroughly in court. And it's honestly kind of funny that 1,000,000 Epstein files were released today. Like, almost everything that they do at this point should be viewed as a distraction for the Epstein files. That is, covering the Epstein files is the main goal of this administration and has been since Trump got into office. I'm sorry, it's not an administration, it's a regime. Since they got into office, since there's been huge calls to release the files, they have been trying to cover this shit and cover their asses for a year now. And they've been doing a terrible fucking job. So they've been throwing shit at the wall. Just pure unadulterated fascism to try and distract you from the fact that the president of the United States is a fucking pedophile. He's a pedophile protector. He was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, international sex trafficking pedophile. Like, this is the biggest scandal in American history. And they are trying to distract you with all of this fucking bullshit. Don Lemon, like, this regime, its main goal is to distract you from Epstein. Remember that. In the larger fight over the White House's hardline immigration crackdown in Minnesota, the Justice Department has pushed hard to charge people who participated in or were at church protest. The administration has also used aggressive tactics against the defendants. After her arrest, a White House social media account posted a doctored photo of Miss Levy Armstrong to make it look as if she was crying. What does it show? So this is the original. That's what they posted. That was originally just normal, and that's what they posted. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck? Mr. Lemon now works as an independent journalist and has his own YouTube show. He was pushed out of CNN in 2023 after 17 years at the cable network amid criticism that he made sexist comments about women and aging. He made a comment about Nikki Haley. I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Lemon has been a longtime critic of President Trump, dating back to his first term, and frequently calls the president a liar. think he calls them a little bit more than that, New York Times. Justice Department officials have vowed to prosecute protesters they claim have crossed a line from activity protected by the First Amendment to impeding law enforcement, or in case of the church protest, violating others' rights. We're going to violate your rights because you violated the rights. What? Like, what? What? Like, what? What? Okay. For their part, demonstrators who have turned out in force in Minneapolis have asserted their rights are being violated as they try to speak out against the crackdown. Ms. Fort, a prominent independent reporter in the Twin Cities, was arrested by DEA agents on Friday morning. Why was she arrested by DEA? Though it remained unclear why federal drug agents were on hand. What the fuck? In a live streamed video, she said that federal agents had come to her door and she was about to surrender to them and be taken to the Whipple Federal Building that has become the headquarters for federal operations in Minneapolis. It's so fucking weird. Like, I saw that video. It's crazy. Like, insane. This is all stemming from the fact that I filmed a protest as a member of the media, she said in the video. I saw a video of her daughter speaking at I think it was a press conference, and like she as well has just been for decades, I believe, like just a video journalist, just doing her job, and now she's being arrested for reporting on a story, doing her job. Tensions remain particularly high in Minneapolis after federal immigration agents fatally shot. They murdered. It's murder. Just say murder. After federal immigration agents fatally murdered two protesters there. Renee Good, a mother of three, who was behind a wheel of a car this month when an ICE agent fired at close range 3 shots into her face. Administration officials branded her a terrorist and claimed that she had endangered the life of the agent. Bullshit. In a separate episode, Customs and Border Protection agents last Saturday shot and killed. They murdered Alex Preddy, an intensive care nurse. Videos from the scene undercut early claims by administration officials that Mr. Preddy had approached the agents brandishing a weapon. They're all going to fucking hell. Like they're all these people are demons. Like seriously, they're not demon possessed. They're demons. They are demons. Demons. It's like, where are your horns? Where are your white hoods and your horns? Where is your white hood? Like seriously, where is your white hood? The fuck? Mr. Trump suggested on Wednesday that he was willing to de-escalate the situation. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Without providing details, he replaced the Border Patrol official who has been the public face of the aggressive immigration efforts in Minneapolis, Gregory Bovino, with his border czar, Tom Homan. Mr. Homan, Mr. Marbles in his mouth, has signaled a willingness to reach an agreement with local officials and draw down the thousands of federal agents sent there. Whatever. Like, the motherfucker. Okay, you replaced the more violent Nazi with a less violent Nazi. Wow. Great job. The arrests come as the U.S. Attorney's Office in Minneapolis is in deep turmoil. As at a tense meeting this week, a number of prosecutors challenged the head of the office about the administration's decision not to pursue investigations of the shootings by federal agents. According to people familiar with the internal discussions, at least a half dozen prosecutors have resigned, and more departures are expected. Well, damn. Turns out that officers of the court don't like it when you don't follow the law. Gee, I wonder why. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what? Hello? Attorney General Pam Bondi has called on other federal prosecutors' office in the Midwest to send temporary reinforcements to help investigate and prosecute the cases. This is crazy. So not only are they flying in people from red states into blue states, they're also bringing in their bullshit fucking prosecutors from their red states. This is a civil war. They invaded Minneapolis. They invaded Minnesota, sorry, and with their masked militia started killing people on the street, rounding them up, indiscriminately beating them, using less lethal weapons on people. Like, this is fucking insane. This is a soft civil war. They can't, they literally could not find people to work for them from Minneapolis. They had to ship people in from other states. How much do you want to bet every single one has been from a red state? Like, this has, what did we, I, like I said at the beginning of this fucking video, this is what happens when you don't prosecute the people who started the Civil War because they wanted to own people. They're back. You didn't do anything. You let them incubate. You let the KKK exist. You let the white evangelical, extremely racist movement just exist and offered little to no backlash to it. Like, not even opposition to a lot of it. I don't know. All right, everybody. Like I said, like this, I make jokes at Don Lemon sometimes because he's liberal and like he was mainstream news, and I do commend him for not for making a more left pivot versus a right pivot. And we can joke and like cut up whatever, but it doesn't change the fact that he is a journalist who was doing his job, trying to get truth to the people. It is an egregious act of political persecution and just fascism, that like, it's absolute unbranded fascism. This is what it looks like when journalists start getting arrested for bullshit charges. Soon enough, if nothing happens, soon enough they're going to start getting charged on those bullshit charges. They're going to get successfully convicted. And then soon enough after that, they're just going to go missing. Or they're going to end up cut up and put in a vat of acid like Jamal Khashoggi. Sorry to be blunt, but that's how it is. This is how these things go. We have history books for a reason. Maybe you guys ought to pick one up. All right. Have a good night. Keep your eyes open. This is fucking bullshit. They want you to be, they want you to feel bogged down by all of this. They want you to feel like this is so much and so frustrating and just so hard to deal with that you push away and you don't deal with it. That is their goal. It's the design of fascism to make you descend into nihilism. And it is imperative that we do not. We have to fight these fucking fascist pigs. Like, these fuckers, like, seriously? The democracy of the United States of America is going to go down because Donald Trump and Elon Musk and JD Vance? Are we serious? These fucking unfuckable losers? Are we serious? We have to, buck up, everybody. Light the fucking fire in you. Like, stand up and call shit out. Protest. Organize. This is fascism. It's a big deal. If you do not do something soon enough, you are going to be living in North Korea, Nazi Germany. You already have the concentration camps. Soon enough, people are already dying. They're denying people healthcare. Like, they are concentration camps. You have to reckon with the fact that you are a country that currently has concentration camps. You have a Gestapo masked thug militia on the streets roaming people up indiscriminately because they look of a certain descent. That is exactly how I would describe Nazi Germany. We need to fight this. This is a big fucking deal. A lot of people have been screaming this from the rooftops. Even like the queer community, we've been trying to say like it always starts with banning books. It usually always starts with banning queer literature. And that's what they did. This has been ruminating in the United States of America for a long time, and it's been allowed to. And we need to step up and fight it, or there will not be a United States of America. It will be Trump land. Have a good night, everybody.